Hi everyone, I'm Courtney. In this video, we're going to listen to people talk about their hobbies. I talk on this channel a lot, so I thought it would be fun today to hear other people talk. So I've collected some videos about people talking about their hobbies. Let's listen to and watch these videos together, and we'll pause in between each video and talk about what the person is saying. If you can't understand the person, that's okay. I'll slow it down a little bit for you, so maybe you can understand it a little bit better when I say it if you're used to my voice more. These people have different accents too, but I tried to not choose anyone that had a really strong accent. But obviously, this is from my perspective. So, let's get started.
Is chess your main hobby? No, my main hobby is Lego. Chess is my side hobby.
Okay, so let's listen to that one more time.
Is chess your main hobby? No, my main hobby is Lego. Chess is my side hobby.
Okay, so they are asking this guy that's playing chess if chess is his main hobby. And he says, no, chess isn't my main hobby. Chess is my side hobby. Lego is my main hobby. So Lego, the little blocks, is his main hobby. But chess is his side hobby. It's another hobby he does, but it's not his main thing that he does. He doesn't give as much attention to chess as he does to Legos. And this guy, I think, has some sort of an Indian accent. So he's very understandable to me, but I would guess that English isn't his first language. That would be my guess. Or maybe Indian or some other language. I know that Indian isn't a language. What is it? Hindu? No, that's a religion. I'm sorry, I'm uneducated about what types of languages are spoken in India, but to me, it sounds like he has some sort of an Indian accent, and he's very understandable, but I don't think English is his first language. Alright, let's move on to the second clip.
My main hobby is basketball. I play for 2 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week. But I also love painting.
Okay, so let's listen to that clip one more time.
My main hobby is basketball. I play for 2 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week. But I also love painting.
Okay, so this speaker, his main hobby is basketball. He likes to play basketball, and he plays a lot. He said for several hours every day. But at the end, he said he also likes painting. So painting is his side hobby. So in the first clip, remember the guy said in the first clip, the guy said that chess was his side hobby. Well, in this clip, the guy is saying that painting is his side hobby and basketball is his main hobby. Alright, let's watch the next clip. Okay, let's watch this one more time. This guy doesn't talk about a side hobby, but he's talking about something related to his main hobby. So let's listen to it again.
My main hobby is jujitsu. I love jujitsu, but the one thing that I can live without is the sweat of all these other guys all over me.
So jujitsu is a type of martial art. It's similar to karate or similar to taekwondo. Obviously, they're different, but they're all a type of martial arts. And this guy is saying that he loves doing jujitsu, but whenever he does jujitsu, all the guys that he's practicing with, their sweat gets on him. And he doesn't like when all the sweat of the other guys gets on him. It's gross. All right, let's move on to the next clip. So, this next clip is from someone that also doesn't have English as their native language. And I know that not so much because of the way they're speaking, but because in the clip they say that they like to read books in English. And typically, people that speak English natively wouldn't say that they like to read books in English. They would just say, I like to read books. So, let's listen to this clip.
My main hobby is sewing and machine embroidery. I like drawing and making all sorts of designs. I like making personal gifts for my family and friends.
Okay, let's listen to that clip one more time.
My main hobby is sewing and machine embroidery. I like drawing and making all sorts of designs. I like making personal gifts for my family and friends.
This person seems to have a British accent when they speak English. Their name is Mei Ying Chao. To me, that name sounds like someone from China or Japan or Thailand, like somewhere from Asia. And I could be wrong. But I don't hear a lot of that accent. I hear the British accent, and their pronunciation is really good. And so I would have to listen to this person talk more to see, if I heard more of a different accent than just this British accent. But very good pronunciation. And they're talking about their main hobby, which is sewing and embroidery. And they like to make gifts for their friends. So let's move on to the next example. We have 5 more examples of people talking about their main hobbies.
My main hobby is doing music, so I sing, I play piano, guitar, ukulele, and I write my own music as well.
Okay, let's listen to that clip one more time.
My main hobby is doing music, so I sing, I play piano, guitar, ukulele, and I write my own music as well.
Okay, so this person, their main hobby is doing music. Now, I can't tell, even as a native speaker, if they said, my main hobby is doing music or my main hobby is to do music. But doing music or to do music just means playing music. My main hobby is playing music or participating in music. And so sometimes native English speakers will use the verb to do to replace another verb. So here she says, my main hobby is to do music. My main hobby is doing music. And I think she uses that because she doesn't just play one instrument and she doesn't just play instruments, right? I think she also sings. And she also looks like she's in some sort of recording studio. So she records, maybe she produces. So it's a way to kind of say that you participate in the entire category of music. And you're not just doing one thing. You're not just playing. You're not just singing. You're not just producing. You're doing music. And people will also use that to replace other verbs. So, for example, like when you go up to a counter to order food, sometimes you'll hear native English speakers say, yeah, I'll do the cheeseburger. Like, I'll do the cheeseburger. And what they're actually saying is like, hi, I would like a cheeseburger, or hi, can I please have the cheeseburger? But they'll say, yeah, I'll do the cheeseburger. And when people say that, it's not that they're being rude or anything. It's just an acceptable way to replace the verb, but the tone of it is really important. So yeah, sometimes native English speakers use the verb to do to replace another verb. It's hard to describe, and it's definitely an advanced level English skill. It's not something that you would ever have to use, but it is something that you will hear native English speakers say. All right, let's look at the next clip.
My main hobby is actually dancing and singing. And yes, I used to play volleyball, which I can't do here in Korea actually. So.
Okay, let's listen to that again. The audio kind of trails off. It gets quieter at the end. So let's listen to it one more time.
My main hobby is actually dancing and singing. And yes, I used to play volleyball, which I can't do here in Korea actually. So.
Okay, so this person is wearing a name tag, like a little pin that says that she's from Germany, I believe. That black, red, and yellow flag is the German flag. If I'm wrong, sorry. But to me, her pronunciation, I didn't really note that she has anything different with her pronunciation, although I'm sure that if I heard her speak more, I could probably pick up on little things that would tell me she's not a native speaker, but she speaks very well. And she said that her main hobby is actually dancing and singing. And she can't play volleyball in, I think, Korea, she said. She can't play volleyball here in Korea. I'm not sure why. But it sounds like her main hobby was volleyball wherever she lived before. And it's interesting because I think in some languages, the word actually can be mistranslated when you are hearing it in English. So I know at least in Spanish, like if you're a Spanish speaker, the word actualmente, it doesn't mean the same thing as actually. So actually kind of gives, how do I describe this? Actually doesn't mean currently. It's a way of correcting someone, but politely. So if someone were to say to this girl, "Oh, is your main hobby volleyball?" She could say, "No, my main hobby isn't volleyball. I can't play it here in Korea. My main hobby is dancing and singing." But the word "no" is a little bit harsh. It's a little bit harsh, right? So you use the word actually to kind of replace that. So instead of saying, "No, my main hobby isn't dancing and singing," or "No, my main hobby isn't playing volleyball," you say, "Actually, my main hobby is dancing and singing." And it's a little bit more polite. So you can use the word actually to kind of replace the word no when you're correcting someone gently in a conversation. And once again, that's kind of like an advanced level technique because obviously when you're just learning language, people understand that you're not trying to be rude when you tell them no. But these are all small, subtle things you can do when you're at a more advanced level that will make you come off as sounding more native, but also sounding like a little bit friendlier. And if you have any questions about this, you can put them in the comments below and I can try to explain it a little bit better. But yeah, it's really cool to see that I don't think her first language is English and that she understands that saying actually is the correct thing to do here. All right, let's listen to the next clip.
Do you have any hobbies, anything you do for fun?
Yeah, my main hobby is cooking.
Oh, you like to cook?
The worst part about my cooking is that I love to eat it.
Oh,
So it's hard for me to try to stay on a diet.
Okay, let's listen to this clip one more time.
Do you have any hobbies, anything you do for fun?
Yeah, my main hobby is cooking.
Oh, you like to cook?
The worst part about my cooking is that I love to eat it.
Oh,
So it's hard for me to try to stay on a diet.
So I love this clip. This clip is from a game show, and it's from an older game show. Sometimes the audios in older recordings are a little bit harder to understand. So in this audio, she says that her main hobby is cooking. But then she makes a joke. She says that the problem is when she cooks, she always likes to eat. So she has a hard time staying on a diet. She has a hard time eating well because she likes to cook a lot. And so I thought that was a little bit of a funny answer. Yeah, pretty standard stuff here. On game shows, there are a lot of times where the host, the person in charge of the show, will just ask the contestants basic questions about their life to get to know them a little bit better. And I think game shows are a really great way for people learning English to immerse themselves in the language and to immerse themselves in the culture, but while still having some sort of constraint, while still having some sort of format that's more easy to follow than a series, like a narrative series or a movie, right? It's a little bit easier to follow the format of a game show because you kind of know, or you'll easily learn how a game show works. And I think games in general are a great way to teach your brain a new skill, whether it's language or another skill. All right, we have 2 more clips here. So let's play the next clip.
My main hobby is reading. I'm never not reading, honestly.
Okay, let's play that one more time. This one was fairly simple.
My main hobby is reading. I'm never not reading, honestly.
So you'll notice there's an edit in between, or maybe you didn't notice, but this girl says that her main hobby is reading. She's never not reading, honestly. And this is a really native way of speaking, is to use the word honestly. It just kind of gives some emphasis to what you're saying. And so this is something that you can do to make yourself sound a little bit more native, is instead of just saying, oh yeah, I really like reading, you can say, I honestly really like reading, or I really like reading. Honestly, it's the main thing that I do. And it just adds a little bit more emphasis to your sentence. I would say that this is a little bit more casual type of a word, so you're not going to see it in like a formal paper. But this is, when people are just talking casually, this is something that you'll hear a lot. It's a little bit of a filler word as well, and so I think it gives people's brains time to catch up. And so you'll hear honestly a lot from native speakers, and it's just kind of a placeholder. It's just kind of giving emphasis, and it's something natural that gives people's brains time to think. Okay, and this is our final example.
You'll know that my main hobby is reading. I don't set myself reading targets. I don't set myself reading goals. I used to. I found that there was not much point in that. I found that once I'd kind of hit this goal or hadn't hit this goal, it just felt a bit performative.
All right, that was a little bit longer, so let's listen to it one more time.
You'll know that my main hobby is reading. I don't set myself reading targets. I don't set myself reading goals. I used to. I found that there was not much point in that. I found that once I'd kind of hit this goal or hadn't hit this goal, it just felt a bit performative.
Okay, so this woman, her name's Charlotte. To me, it sounds like she has some sort of a British accent. And to me, she sounds like a native English speaker, but I don't know. And she's talking about how she likes reading. Her main hobby is reading. And so in the past, she used to give herself goals of how much she was going to read. But then, it really kind of ruined reading for her. And it was too much. It felt performative. It felt like she was making the goals for other people and not for herself. So this is another example of someone whose main hobby is reading. Let me know in the comments, did you like this video or was it not your favorite video? This was really fun for me to make, And I think it's good for you as a learner to listen to different types of voices, different accents, different genders, different ages, and not just listen to me all the time. So if you liked this video, write in the comments that you liked it and let me know, and I will do my best to make more of them. But also, if you didn't like this video, let me know in the comments. Now, if you didn't understand a lot of this video, that's okay. This video is a little bit harder than what I naturally make. It's a little bit more advanced. I think simply just because the fact that there's different speakers. And when you're not used to the speaker's voice, it's always a little bit harder. But I think that it's a good way to work your way into more long-form native content. So, if you liked the video, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you want to test your comprehension skills weekly, I have a weekly comprehension test progress tracker. And you can find more information about it in the link below, but it's a weekly test for you, a weekly audio test that will help you see your progress in English, and you can find it below. All right, that's enough from me. I will see you later. Bye.